'Twas the year 2020, and everything stunk. But not all was bad for one handsome hunk. He sat and relaxed, plotting with a smirk. Oh, they'll do it again. All of the work. He recalled his allies who worked years prior, hiring his friends who weren't for hire. But what game to give them? Flash or commercial? Or perhaps a Christmas movie that is quite controversial? Shit. He looked up certain movies, but none did find him. But that's when he remembered a particular hymn. Yes, back 2 years, he did reminisce.
Can you honestly believe they made a film out of this?
Yes, that was it! The idea Skylar thought of. No credit was due. Ever. Love. So I sent out the call to 11 pals real quick to review the movie Elf Bowling. Y'all know the shtick. Except this time was different. They'd do something unique. To watch more than 10 minutes would be a fate too bleak. Now everyone gathered and watched bit by bit, so they could all tell the story of this piece of shit.
So as Skylar the Tyrant commanded Terry to view the opening of the movie, within minutes he knew. From the dark void and plain text, he knew what would have to come next. As the music swelled and scene faded in, he exclaimed, "Yeah, I'm not watching this garbage. Put this movie and COLLAB in the bin." The movie opens up not with elves, Christmas, nor snow, but instead a lone sailing pirate ship. Did I put on the wrong show? Turns out Santa is the captain, slinging insults, not carols. Oh, and of course, unfunny jokes.
Who pooped in a peanut barrel?
Now viewer, you have eyes, so no need to tell, but the visuals are ass. They're hideous and stiff as well. They look like they were made with the budget of a salad. Disgusting, horrendous, not inviting, invalid. Santa and his brother, wait, he has a brother? This movie brings more questions than answers, one after another. Get thrown overboard for rigging a bowling match. Because this movie is called Elf Bowling, yeah, I know it's hard to catch. Cutting to an elf who finds them at the North Pole. He decides to help the brothers out, and oh, I know these roles. There's the dumb one, the main one, and the sarcastic one for sure. Look at his face, he has Chandler Bing's allure. With a random orb that shoots out lightning, he thaws the two out as they resume fighting. And as they accidentally set Santa aflame, and he runs around screaming Bloody Mary with disdain, you can't help but say, put your ass in the snow. But he just puts it in a random water trowel. I don't even know. But that's the end of my segment. No more movie for me. But I can't help but wonder, what could the plot actually be?
Immediately we open to three little elves playing a little dinky song all by themselves. A tune that's inspired by Man's Ass on Fire. But why are some boys singing their song? They believe in a Whitebeard who do them no wrong. So Santa Maria Clausewitz Kringle, along with his brother, who looks worse than Mr. Pringle, decide to stick around in this place covered in ice in hopes of stealing something quite nice. And what exactly are they hoping to steal? Well, thousands of doodle bobbins, or whatever they feel. His brother Dingle's enticed by a ball, for it holds the power to hold the doodle bobbins, them all. The elves start to march towards them like an army, ready to strike. But the ball's too strong, it falls and whoops, they gotta strike. But instead of anger from the injuries they've all faced, they all start cheering? But it looks more like seizures in place. And these dinky little elves don't feel anger or pain. They all cheer, Hail Whitebeard on Maine. And as a sign of appreciation, they do armpit farts? What in tarnation? And Santa sees a girl elf, which makes it such that he can't, quote unquote, keep his hot strudel inside his pants. And then there's a mafia penguin? Excuse me, what? And it's funny because he's easily the coolest character within this shot. This film really is its own beast, to say the very least. The presentation's awful, the animation is jank, the content is so foul, hell I can smell its stank. I wish luck to whoever comes after, because this film, sadly, does not fill me with laughter.
The elves ask Santa to work with them. Work one day a year? Santa was in. So Santa becomes an official elfkin, while Dingle, his brother, looks on with chagrin. After being introduced to all his new staff, he is treated with a song reminding him that only happy elves are able to make toys for all of the wonderful girls and boys. But passion can die once money's involved, so to keep the elves happy, a problem must be solved. A contract is drawn up, stating one fact. If elves are unhappy, work stops and that's that. Things run smoothly as the years pass, but of our pal Dingo, we have not heard the last.
So first there's a calendar, then there's a goat. This guy sold pee in the form of the snow. Rigged reindeer races and elf of the year, even Ponzi schemes. What's happening here? So Santa brings bowling to the elves for their deeds? This guy concerns me. I ain't made of cheese.
Where are me tacos?
How did they get Tom Kenny for this? The SpongeBob guy, you know, the voice acting whiz? Well, Santa kicks this guy's ass to the curb. Then he grumbles and mumbles and slaps up his burbs. Santa gets intimate with a bowling ball. And then all the elves have a great fall. Bad news is delivered, they're lacking on toys. This guy shows up and won't stop making noise. He challenges Santa to bowl for his life, and Santa gets stopped by his red-headed wife. She's a little young, Santa. Santa obliges so he can put his skills to the test. The next person in line will fill you in on the rest.
I was hungry for clout, so I have no choice but to join Skylar's bout.
That's right, Lex. And the stands are filling with fans.
This movie is strange and weird. I would rather be licking grease out of a trucker's beard. There's this Waluigi clone named Dingle, and these two penguins more annoying than Tingle. Look at this part where he stretches his neck. It's really quite freaky, but a perfect place for your dick. Dingle tries to sabotage the bowling thing for some reason. Perhaps he wants to commit some Christmas treason. Dingle sings a song on why it's really cool to be evil and horny. Frankly, I can agree, but the thing about mutiny is really quite corny. At Santa's workshop, they're working on the toys. A whole bunch of dildos for girls and boys. Then all of a sudden, with just a tap, the cotton candy machine is destroyed, even the tap. I cannot stomach another minute of this shitty flick. I'm gonna go now and stroke my dick.
Oh great, my turn to talk about this thing. Not like I had other plans for this evening, but you know, this movie is such a disgrace that it doesn't deserve me showing my face.
So the machines go kablooey and Santa blames Lex, but we all know that it's really this penguin that wrecks. And this one too, but who really cares? Santa's friendship with Lex officially tears. Dingle appears and says Lex is in trouble. Maybe Team Rocket will show up and make it double. But gasp, it's a trick! The film has gone crazy! Seriously though, this feels incredibly lazy. Back at the shop, Dingle tries to take over, but he couldn't be saved by the luck of a clover. This isn't funny and this isn't clever. Ooh, looky here, an animation error. While on animation, this running's sublime. and Dingle ruins everything right on time. With Santa frozen, things really get tense. Or at least they would if this movie made sense. After a forged note, the elves go on strike. That pun makes me want to be killed by a bike. And of course, Dingle prepares a song. But my part is over, so I'm passing this along.
Elf Bowling the movie looks like it was outsourced to a third world country, if I'm going to put it bluntly. The screen flickers and all the characters bicker, the animation is terrifying, and I'm pretty sure if kids watched this, they'd start crying. I'd throw a fit if I had to watch this shit. Imagine some kid watching this on Christmas Eve. Their room would be filled with anticipation and glee. They can't wait for tomorrow, so they turn on the TV, looking to kill some time. Then they find this. They expect another classic flick, like Rudolph or Frosty. All they can think about is how fun this is going to be. They watch and watch until they can't take it anymore. Christmas is dead, forevermore. Listen man, I'd much rather be tied up to a chair and tortured than be in this shitty winter orchard. Like, Jesus Christ, this garbage is overpriced. So let's get one thing clear. This movie was a terrible way to end the year.
Enjoying the sun, the elves are quite hearty, having a good old-fashioned Christmas dance party. While everyone enjoys summer paradise, Santa Claus is still trapped deep within the ice. His heart warms getting him out of strife, so he can reunite with the love of his life. With red in his eyes, Santa goes on his way to get revenge on his brother, who he intended to slay. The cheer and glee has come to a stop, as Dingle makes the elves work in his sweatshop. He sings about slavery with a laugh and a titter, the kind of thing that would get you cancelled on Twitter. Blondie fights back with all of his might, but he fails at his goal and quickly takes flight. I've tolerated many bad things, but this is just wild. Couldn't imagine enjoying this film when I was a child.
Our minds are prisons. We reach out to something that glistens. But like all that is gilded, we peel back the thin layer to see what is truly wilted. Beaches are delusions, just poorly masked illusions. Our perception, it twists and contorts. And what do we get? Veronica and Dingle's tiki-tax write-off resort. A great beach with warm waterfalls, but is really no different than these cold walls. Soulless concrete. No, I will not let this be my defeat. This movie is bad, but I ain't mad. We do this song and dance every year, Skylar looking down on us with a sneer. But I'm through, I'm finished, you must understand. We see the Rockman break command and free Santa, who is trapped in sand. Just like the Rockman, all we must do is believe. The door is right there. We can just leave.
Hello, degenerates. I'm here again for a time, albeit brief, to review a section of a random shitty movie. Good grief!
Okay, so I guess we got a room full of hypnotized goobers. Damn, looks to me like they could use some tubers. But look, don't dismay. Santa and man are here to save the day. Bitch, here we go, fucking lasers now. It's okay, it's fine. Don't have a cow.
And I got me the orb.
I guess this is the villain? Some idiot who goes by
Dingle.
Oh gee whiz. Oh golly gosh, I sure hope he's single. Chase it, shit, I don't know. Who the fuck is this guy? Russell Crowe? Oh no! Looks like Santa and Dangle are getting away. Quick, idiot, use your fucking psychokinesis! Don't delay! Wow, would you look at that? Here's the shit you came to see. Santa and Dongle bowl to save Christmas. Better hold on to your pee. So anyways, Dougal cheats and hits his cronies with a fucking fish. Then you got Santa here, damn, looking like a dish. But luckily, Dunkel gets outed for cheating and gets yelled at by him's hoes. Damn, what happens next? Oh, how about he takes a trip deep into the
cosmos.
One day I was asked to watch a clip from this movie out of the blue. It's when I popped it open I asked what I was even supposed to do. Credits for a film which I had not seen before? Only with a bunch of names to go off of, what's supposed to be the lore? Is this man supposed to be Santa? Who are these 4 cooks? I looked through nooks and books and found nothing with any of my looks. Dave Kim, Rex Piano, Lance Thompson, what exactly have you done? Can I really be a critic of yours when I do not know the tale you've spun? I made a decision I was surely to regret, as if to throw my chips on an unlikely roulette. I'd have to watch this movie from the words go and set. It's only an hour and 20 minutes long. Surely, no sweat. Some of you may cry, say it ain't so, but I couldn't go. I had to know from the beginning on the filthy toad to the disgusting elf faces they had no right to show. Why did the elves dare to fart with the elbow? And how come Santa fell in love with this strudel baking ho ho ho? This whole stupid film had absolutely poor flow, and my sick twisted curiosity couldn't pull away from this unfortunate rodeo. I had a ton of questions and more I needed to address, even though I could feel the evolution of my brain swiftly regress. How many times could they get out of this one applauding shot? With how evil Dingle is, how come everyone lets him plot? Is this a commentary of the capitalist hell we live in day by day, the commercialization of Christmas that destroys its spirit in every way, poor elves forced to crunch in hopes of receiving their minimum pay? Probably not. This movie's too crappy to have anything to say. This whole dumb film has no concept of pacing. It tries to fit 6 different story arcs all in the same casing. Dingle gets shot over the moon, and not a moment too soon. If I was forced to watch it again, I'd sooner meet face to face with a harpoon.
Incredible! What a movie! A real piece of art. And I loved everyone's submissions. Every last part. I would have watched the movie, that would have been fine. But you all watched it for me. And that's why you're so kind. So thank you everyone, from the bottom of my heart. It's been a rough year, since the very start. So be safe out there. And keep 6 feet distance. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.